Nicely played, a hand on it from cover point. I think that's Michael Jones there, but doesn't get enough of it to cut off the boundary. That's how hard Fraser McGurk's hit it, and Jones is wringing his hand in pain. Bowls him straight through. Hero one day, and it's literally zero the next for Travis Head. It's a little nip backer. Great plans from Curry. He leaps with delight, and he brings the Scottish crowd to life. This is carved away, going to be carved away for 4. Intentionally hit into the air down towards the hospitality tent to our right, and that'll give Inglis a bit of confidence. Boundary from his first legal delivery. Good stroke. Takes the aerial route again. Going to get 4. Hits it into funny areas, Fraser McGurk. He's not exactly orthodox by any stretch, but he can be very effective when he gets going. Yeah, this has gone a long, long way up. Has he got enough of it? He doesn't think so. Long on, nestles underneath it. It's sold again, and somehow he hangs on. Redemption in a matter of moments for the man back into the starting 11. He juggled it. It can't be easy in these conditions, but both openers are back in the hunch. Good stroke. Gets it through the covers and will get 4. Just giving himself a bit of room outside leg stump. He breaks the pressure that was building on him. 3 consecutive dots, and now it's a first boundary for Cameron Green. Yeah, that's an outstanding stroke, and it's going to go all the way. Immediate innovation from Inglis, who just scoops it over his shoulder, gets into position early. It was a back of the length delivery from Brad Whale. Really well struck. He gets it in front to square, and will get good reward too. It's gone all the way. Wheel maybe not quite at the pace to test out that part of the pitch, and Leask had just been sent a couple of yards behind square. The 50s come up here in the 6th over. Nice off drive, and beats the dive of the man at mid-off. Might have got something on it, but didn't get enough. It's George Munsey there. All of a sudden there's a few concerned looking Scottish fans in the background.
And that one's just caressed all the way. There you go, sir, do your job. Don't spill your beer. Mark Watt's not happy about it though.
Yeah, stroked nicely down the ground there by Green. I mean, as a bit of a misfield at long off, and that will not make Mark Watt any happier. Michael Leask down a long off there, attacking the ball, trying to get the throw in, just lost his grip, and that will not be a boundary that Scotland want to see again.
More innovation, and that is beautifully played. Inglis is on fire today. He's taken over the Travis Head role. Around back, wasting time. Leans back, cracks that one well into the crowd. Watch out if you're out there, because that is a smoking from Inglis. And he just goes, but it's been just over the head and into the crowd. So Cameron Green getting in on the action now. Short, carved away. If it's a bouncer, it's got to be good. And oh dear, that's 1 down. Well, he carves that one away, and that's going to be a 1 bounce 4. So Curry getting a little bit of treatment now, coming back into the attack and not getting as much assistance. That's gone straight up. This should be out. It's in the air for an age, and it's taken. Brad Curry does strike again. It is his day here in Edinburgh, and removes a dangerous Green. Bowling change has worked. And he goes down the track this time. It's going to be a test for Jones on that shoulder. He won't have to test it because the shot is too good. This time just playing across the line, splitting the fielders in the outfield, and that's in the hospitality tent. I think he has spilled his beer. It's a red wine.
7 overs left. As Greaves comes back in, drags one down, and he's pumped. Well, a long, long way. Not the length you want to bowl to Inglis, who's been so quick at picking up that length. Australia tossed up, they pumped down the ground. Long on is there, but it's going to go well to his left, and it's going to be 6 more, the second maximum of the over. Australia taking a liking to the wrist spin of Chris Greaves.
You can then go out and play your game. That is brilliant footwork there from Inglis. Inglis today has been the only batter who's really ever got on top of this surface, on top of this pitch. Brad Curry comes in again.
He's picked up into the leg side. Has he got enough of this is the question. Oh, yes, he has. Munsey was perfectly placed underneath it in terms of the line of it, but it's gone soaring over his head. Inglis batting on a different pitch to everyone else today. He moves into the 90s. Tries to repeat the dose, and he's going to get to a second T20I 100 in the grandest of styles. It comes from just 43 deliveries. What an innings we witnessed. The talk the other day may have been about Travis Head, but with a 7-6 today, it's all about Josh Inglis. It's come at a strike rate of over 230, 7 4s, 7 6s, and it swung this contest towards the visitors.
He should be here.
And that is going to be great reward for Chris Soule. He's deserved every single bit of that. It's been an outstanding 3 overs for me. It should have been 4. And he points to the sky, back from injury, and he's bringing the Scottish fans into voice, taking nothing away from the innings. It's maybe been even better than the one we saw from Travis Head 2 days ago, and it has Australia slightly on top, but Scotland are fighting back hard. 100 won't be a bad effort. But Tim David is going to pongo this one all the way. Big hits into the leg side. He's a giant of a man. His father has flown in from Perth in Western Australia to be here for today. For just his second ball, he smashes that for 6. David is going to go bang, bang, boom, boom. Oh, that's monstrous, maybe the biggest of the two matches so far. A giant from a giant of man.
It's really important.
That's going to be 4 more. Just helped around the corner. Kenny Crichton, the team manager there. Not sure how he's got the shorts on. That kind of a day. Final delivery of the first innings. Here we go. A big swing and a miss. And they won't even attempt to stand for the bye in a cheer from the Scottish crowd. It's, well, 16 from the final over. Not ideal. Maybe 4 or 5 critical overs in there. It didn't go Scotland's way, but against the class and the brilliance of Australia, you may expect that. Having won the toss and chosen to bowl first, so much went right for Scotland. And in the 5th over at one stage, they were just 25 for 2. A sensational innings from a promoted up the order to number 3, Josh Inglis, as Mitchell Marsh held himself back, Australia's captain. It means that it is definitely advantage Australia at the halfway stage, but Scotland will feel as though they're in the contest thanks to the brilliance of Brad Curry and Chris Soule, the 2 standout bowlers without a doubt. Their 7 overs combined went for just 54 and picked up 4 wickets. The rest were a lot more costly. Richie Berrington might be left wondering if he got every decision right in that first innings, but the one thing he will know for certain, he'll need his side to bat well, and it'll be 197 to win and square the series. 10 runs or so required per over. Can Scotland do it? Here we go. Immediately into the surface. Mel, you'd imagine that Australia will watch that first innings closely, and we're not going to see too much full, are we? And that's what Munsey does immediately. Hammers that all the way. It was full in length, and I'm not sure that's where you want to bowl on this surface. And Munsey, just with a flick of the wrist, powers it all the way for 6. Another flick of the wrist from Munsey. The way he hits it, you don't even need to run. It's 2 maximums in the first 4 balls of the chase. And maybe it's already game on at the Grange. Now through the offside, it's going to be a couple of bounces and skipping away off the surface for 4 more. He is quite simply awesome to watch. Now this is a top edge. It's the keeper who runs a long way to go for it, and he will hold on. That's an excellent piece of communication. Adam Zampa, thanks Josh Inglis, everything has gone his way today, hasn't it, the Centurion? And Jones comes back into the team, and he has to go early for just 1. Bartlett's going to continue. Now this could be the end of Munsey, it will be. Brilliant bowling, banged into the surface, and it's right off the toe end of the bat. And Scotland have lost those 2 big hitting openers in a matter of moments, and the game, it swings heavily towards Australia. What a stroke this is. That's gone 50, 60 yards in front of square. It's a front foot pull stroke for 6. Banged in by Hardy and banged into the stands by McMullen.
So there you go, it has happened.
Glorious, absolutely glorious. Pulled for 6 and now driven straight down the ground for 4. Not overly full either. Driven, if anything, a little bit on the up, and McMullen starts to get into his work. Just after hitting a boundary, he's going to perish. Pops it up again, banged into the surface by one of the Australian medium fast bowlers, and it's a simple catcher. Cameron Green over his shoulder, smiles all around. Stoinis keeps doing it with the ball for Australia.
Gets underneath that one. Has it got the legs? It certainly has. Welcome Sean Abbott to the game. 6 runs. And goes across the line, and that'll be 4. 4 to finish. So McMullen turning it into a decent over for Scotland. But he's gone. He's outfoxed by Zampa, going for the sweep. And the pressure on Scotland increases now with the departure of Charlie Tear. Green back in. Wow, that is monstrous. That's almost back in the pavilion. What a shot. I mentioned before, Michael Leask, he only bats one way, and that is with boundaries. First one for Leask. I think this might be where Scotland look to attack with these 2 now together at the crease. Well, down the track to Adam Zampa, and that is 6 more. This is some show, and don't the crowd love it? And that is a fine stroke again, and it's 4 more. The fans are getting to do a bit of fielding today. Oh, some innovation now. He's playing it everywhere. What a knock this is from Brandon McMullen. Oh, down the track, but Tim David is out there, and he takes a brilliant running catch. Outstanding work at full pace by Tim David. And just when he was looking incredibly dangerous, McMullen departs.
Slower ball. Now, has Leask picked this? He might have, but he's picked out the man. Fraser McGurk at deep mid-wicket, who takes a good catch. Just couldn't quite get the strike, could he? Leask, and another one falls, and well, there's shades of the first T20, getting to a good position after 11 or 12 overs and not being able to kick on. Ramped around the corner. One of the funny areas that Reeves likes to hit is over his shoulder. He will get 4 and a punch of the gloves with Mark Watt to smile on his face. 14 ball, 115 for 6. Bowls in. Well, he's unlucky, isn't he, Mark Watt? It's come off maybe an inside edge and the thigh pad. He can't believe it. But he was shuffling around the crease. Green followed him very cleverly, and he gets to reward his first wicket today. Crushed by Australians' brilliance. And that's going to be 2 and 2. Top of off his hit. The best place to hit as any bowler, quick or slow, and that was expressed by Soule. Had a big heave-ho at it, and he loses his off stump. Stoinis looks for a third wicket, and he should get it. He's been so canny, he's been so effective, and Brad Wheel, well, he's hit it not an awfully long way altogether. Not a day for him to remember, to be honest. He was expensive with the ball, 4 overs, none for 51.
Really kicked off it.
That's going to be that. Chris Greaves can only pick out the man at fine leg, and it's a remarkable collapse from Scotland that will give Australia the series. Stoinis does get 4. He's had a good day, so too is Joss Inglis, and in general, so too of Australia. This tour of Scotland and Australia is going to start